Jenny. I'm drinking in the street. All the liquor I got from your older sister, Jenny. Will you meet me at midnight? Yeah, I ain't ever even kissed you, Jenny. I could stay for you, but my friends would kill me. What am I supposed to do, Jenny? Running in circles like a fool. School is for now, but love is forever. Do I wanna be with you? I do. Maybe you could come with me. We could leave this town and never look back, Jenny. I could stay for you, but this place would kill me. What am I supposed to do, Jenny? Running in circles like a fool. School is for that's just a moment. I know it's fine, yeah. Still it hurts every time, yeah.
We live in the same town.
You have loved me. Oh, yeah. You have loved me. Oh, yeah. You have loved me. Oh, yeah. You have loved me. There's an analog photo on the table with your name on it. Everything we knew is coming around again. But now I can't understand it. There's an analog photo on the table with your name on it. I can't remember without you. I can't remember without you. Now trouble comes easy, yeah, it's waiting for me. I'm always stumbling into digital ashes. There's an analog photo on the table with your name on it. I can't remember without you. 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 Kathleen, she's got two speeds, trapped and a wink and a smile. Oh, Kathleen, she's got two speeds,
Blurry little line across it.
oh, Kathleen, how I want you, but all your speeds run away from me. Oh, Kathleen, she's got two speeds, outlines and pout lines for all to see. Rebecca, Kathleen, oh no, you sit next to me. How does this go? I've been in love before, was it true? Oh no, and now you're next to me, but I can't get up. Kathleen, she's got three speeds, Madonna, Piranha, eyelashes falling on you. Kathleen, she's got three speeds. I know I'm only guessing,
But you haven't learned your lesson yet.
Kathleen, she's got three speeds.
My stocking's covered up by yellow silk and bias cut.
Oh, Kathleen, she's got three speeds. Her smile's just for me, yeah, it should only be for me. Oh, darling, say you're smiling only for me. Rebecca, Rebecca, Kathleen, oh no. You sit next to me, how does this go? I've been in love before, was it true? Oh no. And now you're next to me, but I can't get up to Kathleen gets what Kathleen wants, be it 24 hours or all the summer months. Rebecca Kathleen is cut and lean, her mind like a scalpel slicing quick and clean. Rebecca Kathleen kneels down to help me. Yeah, I'm a mess, yeah, I'm a mucking disease. She can have me, she can hurt me, she can do what she wants, yeah, 'cause she's a queen. Her word can make a scene, and I'm trying so hard, but reality's so hard, recovery's so hard. I drink to the light of the scene, I drink to my queen Kathleen. She's got 4 speeds, analyst and optimist that kissed you with an iron. Kathleen, she's got 4 speeds.
You can't, you won't, don't, so want.
Get over this, so Kathleen, she's got 4 speeds.
I think there's something else, I'm not just talking to myself.
Kathleen, she's got 4 speeds.
Your smile's just for me, yeah, it should only be for me. Oh, Brandon, say you're smiling only for me.
Rebecca, Kathleen, oh no.
Oh, no.
You sit next to me, how does this go? I've been in love before, was it true? Oh no. And now you're next to me, but I can't get up to Rebecca, Kathleen, oh no. You sit next to me, how does this go? I've been in love before, was it true? Oh no. And now you're next to me, but I can't get up to speed. What do you do when you got no time? And the world wants something pretty and that rhymes. They want proof. Yeah, you got proof. So put your keys on your knees and hammer out a line. You got to write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down,
Thank you for inviting me out to Silver Springs today. I'm Detective Marks, and I want to give you as much information as I can about the recent death of Karen Gray, who was a Silver Springs retirement community resident. You should know that my department is now treating Miss Gray's death as murder. My boss, Captain Overstreet, has authorized me to share some of the relevant research with those of you in this room in hopes that it may jog your memories. Our recent hypothesis is that this recent murder has long historic links, even to some of you in this room. I'll remind you that this is an active investigation. Please let me know directly if this situation I'm about to describe jogs your memory. Otherwise, keep these proceedings confidential. If there are no questions, good. Okay, I'm going to describe a dinner party, a potluck, that took place in 1997 at the home of Maria Adams and her late husband, Lewis Adams. Other guests included Eleanor and Elwood Martin, who are residents here in Silver Springs, as well as Marcus and Stephen Anderson Todd. Neither Mrs. Adams nor the Martins are present today, but they are aware that we are sharing this information. In summary, our investigation suggests that an unexplained death linked to that event is linked to the death of Ms. Gray.
Honey, are you ready yet?
Almost. I can't find my Hawaiian shirt. Do you know where it is?
Louis, don't wear that thing. It's ugly. And these are neighbors we're trying to impress.
Well, like, why are we trying to impress them? They're just neighbors. Can we just get a little drunk with our friends?
No, we cannot. And I won't have you getting drunk tonight. You get sloppy and you know it.
Well, it's Eleanor and Elwood, right?
Yes, and Stephen and Marcus.
Steve and Mark are coming too? Have you seen how precise their lawn is?
Yes, they're coming, but it's not Steve and Mark. It's Stephen and Marcus.
Oh,
That's a thing with the gays, I think.
okay, whatever. But seriously, have you seen their lawn?
I don't know, Louis. Please don't talk about their lawn and change that shirt. I told you I don't like it.
Do we have enough wine? Should we also have gotten liquor?
During the walk over to the Adamses, Stephen and Marcus have been arguing about money. Marcus came to the relationship with an inheritance that purchased their home in this swanky suburb. Stephen thinks he uses that leverage to belittle him.
Hello, anyone home?
Coming. There's no time to change your shirt. Just, I don't know, stay out of direct light and put that wine down. Can you not even wait until people are here? Boys, thank you so much for coming.
Our pleasure. Thanks for inviting us. We don't get much chance to hang out with the neighbors. Babe, you coming?
Right behind you, babe. Hi, Maria. Thanks again for the invite.
Welcome, gents.
Lewis extends his hand to shake Marcus's, then Stephen's. Maria can't help but notice some awkwardness in Stephen's and Lewis's greeting. She chalks it up to a little homophobia on Lewis's part.
Nice to have you both here.
Our pleasure, Lewis.
Well, come in. Eleanor and Elwood will be here momentarily, I'm sure. What can I get you to drink?
I'll have whatever red you have in that box.
Babe, doesn't red wine mess you up a little?
Not even a little. I love red wine. But you get the white if you want, babe.
We've got both, so you can switch back and forth.
Maria pours one of each. She is hoping to quiet the palpable tension between them while deciphering the meaning of what she saw in Lewis's and Stephen's handshake. There is another knock at the door.
Coming.
She opens the door to see Elwood and Eleanor Martin and pastes on her most cheerful smile.
Hello, Lordens. Come in.
Good evening, Maria. Thank you so much for the invite.
Elwood kisses Maria on the cheek. An attentive person might notice him nervously rubbing his hands on his pants. He and Eleanor have also been arguing, Eleanor having confronted him about having an affair, which he felt safely able to deny because a secret family is hardly because a secret family is hardly an affair, although the truth has begun to unravel.
Maria, Louis, it's so nice to see you. It's been ages.
Although it's been some time, some weeks since Eleanor has seen Maria, she has seen Louis within the past few days. She brings in a covered dish and looks for the food table.
Oh, that's lovely. What is it?
It's my soon-to-be famous enchilada casserole. I can't wait for you to try it.
Enchiladas? That's Spanish, right? I'm not sure Spanish food agrees with Louis. He has a delicate constitution. That's okay, though. I have a good old-fashioned tater tot casserole.
Maria knows full well that enchiladas are of Mexican origin, as she herself is. She decided years ago that she wouldn't get as far as life as Maria Ruiz, and Maria Wilson was born. She would change her name again when she was convinced the dashing Louise Alvarez that life would be better as Louis and Maria Adams.
Well, it's Mexican, not Spanish, but maybe there's some overlap. And who knows? Trying something new might be good for Elwood, for all of us.
Because she'd been having an illicit affair with Louis for the past year, Eleanor can't help but compare the everyday dullness of Maria's tater tot casserole to her own spicy enchilada casserole.
Did I hear that Louis doesn't like Mexican food? I thought that with his coloring, he might have some Latino influence somewhere in his past.
Nope. He's as American as apple pie, that man. I mean, just look at that tacky Hawaiian shirt.
Stephen joins them at the food table, unwilling to let criticism of Louis pass by unchallenged.
I think more men should wear Hawaiian shirts. It's a great casual look.
Well, fashion has never been your strength, has it, babe? He brought a traditional Jello salad. It's a little old-fashioned, but I grew up eating it and can't get enough. It's lime Jello with marshmallows and cottage cheese. I know it looks a little funny, but trust me, it's amazing.
I'm not sure that gets to be called a salad, but I admit it's pretty good.
Louis hangs back from this unfolding nightmare. You see, he recently ended an affair he'd been having with Eleanor Martin. He thought they ended it amicably, but after it obviously wasn't going anywhere. But seeing Eleanor has put the past couple of weeks, she was still his patient, and people still needed dental care. She has seemed a little on edge.
Well, I know I love this enchilada casserole, so I'll be having some of both. And Marcus, that salad looks lovely. But first, let's have a cocktail. Elwood, come get a drink. Elwood normally likes a gin and tonic. Do you have that, Maria?
No, not this time. I thought we'd match the drinks and the food together. And what goes better with food than wine, I say? I have both a red and a white. Which would you like?
White for me, it's easier on my stomach.
I'll have the red. What the heck? It's a party, right?
That's right, it is.
A less ambitious person than Maria might never have brought this particular group together. She knows Louis is hiding something from her, knows her gay neighbors are devious, because aren't all gays devious in her mind? And she can tell that Elwood is nervous about something too. At this point, Maria still thinks she can keep it all under control, so she raises her own glass in a toast.
To neighbors.
To neighbors.
Neighbors.
So, catch us up. Boys, what's new in your world?
Okay, I'll go. I've got a new job. I started as a manager at Sears down at the Crabtree Mall just this week.
Oh, Marcus, that's great. I heard you mention that you had been looking. Did it take long?
Unfortunately, it did. Got a few things on my resume that get in the way for some employers.
What's that? Nothing awful, I assume.
A felony
No college
conviction.
degree. Steven.
What? It's true. Don't be ashamed, babe. Everyone has a few skeletons in their closet, right?
Of course. And who knows? No college degree is probably just as bad as what did you say it was? A felony conviction?
Yep. Felony conviction. Tell him, babe.
Oh, no, there's no need to.
It's not a big deal. I had a bit of a drug problem when I was younger. That's all. It's years ago. It's all cleared up. The legal details are a bit of a waiter on my neck sometimes.
Oh, of course, Marcus. That could happen to anyone.
It was unlikely to happen to anyone, though. Marcus's time as a drug dealer involved one of the biggest drug cartels in Mexico. When he was finally caught, he cooperated with the FBI in exchange for a reduced sentence and protection. Stephen didn't know that Marcus refused to visit Florida to keep a bullet out of his head.
Exactly. Could happen to anyone. And it's in the past. The important part is that I have a job. And honestly, Sears is such a solid company. I'm sure I'll work for them for the next 30 years until I retire.
You're right. Rock solid. You couldn't be anywhere better.
So, Marcus has a new job. Steven, what's happening with you?
Well, nothing terribly new, although as you know, I'm getting caught up on my dental work. Thanks, Lewis, for being the best dentist in town.
I try to do my best for all my clients.
It seems like it. Steven's getting so much work done now. He must have been skipping the dentist for years. It seems like he's got a couple of appointments a week lately, doesn't it?
Dogsy, I'm not sure. My receptionist and nurse handle the appointments.
Lewis probably now feels the walls closing in on him. The local dentist extraordinaire, wife to Maria, and until recently paramour to Eleanor, is a man of many appetites. He does know how many appointments Stephen's had, because the two of them have also been having an affair for about a year. Lewis tells himself it doesn't count, because it's just fun, just a lark. But lately, Stephen has begun to act like he and Lewis might have a future together. Lewis isn't sure how to make that go away.
Lewis, wherever did you find your receptionist? Marcy is a gem. She's always so helpful when I'm scheduling for me or Elwood.
Well, she found us, actually. Answered in that in the paper. I'm not sure I could survive without her. She's great. The whole team is great. I am a lucky man.
You are, it's true. Although I didn't know about Stephen. Lewis, are you everyone's dentist here?
No. No, Marcus, I'm guessing you see somebody else in town.
I do. I see Dr. Chang. It seemed a little, I don't know, incestuous for both Stephen and I to go to the same dentist. That's weird, right? But Dr. Chang is great.
Yeah, oh, she is. You got a great dentist there. Then no, I'm not everyone's dentist. But hopefully soon. Marcus, give me a call if Dr. Chan doesn't work out.
Marcus raises his glass in agreement, probably trying to hide his reaction. You see, he knows all about Stephen's and Lewis's affair. He also knows that Stephen is trying to unravel their finances to get out of their relationship.
I'll keep you posted, Lewis.
You do that. We definitely need to keep Lewis working hard. Eleanor and Elwood, what's happening with you two? Did you go ahead with buying a place in that development in Florida?
We did. It's called Silver Springs, and it should be ready in just a year or two. By
Oh.
buying it now, we get a prime location and get to pick all the features of our house. Elwood and I are going to retire to Florida, which is a little cliche, I suppose, but we love it there so much, don't we, honey?
We do. It's paradise, really. Paradise with alligators. But you learn to work around those. We're pretty eager to get there, I don't mind saying.
Well, you've got years left before you're retired, right?
Oh, one craves a simpler life. And working for the plant is a lot of travel. And as my poor Eleanor knows, I'm only here about half time because I have to run the plant in Oak Creek as well. It's a great job, pays the bills, and it'll get our girls through college, but it's a lot.
And our son.
What's that?
And our son. It will get our girls through college and our son.
Yes, of course. All our kids, the girls and our boy. The job will get everyone through college, and then I can step away and just focus on my dear Eleanor here.
Elwood is smooth, and he has trouble saying no. He's managed the second plant in Oak Creek for 12 years. Plenty of time to get to know the local community, make a date with a lovely woman named Robin, marry her in a small civil ceremony, and father 2 more daughters with her. One could possibly forgive him for forgetting the son he has with his Springfield Lakes family, since he only has the 2 daughters with his Oak Creek family. So yes, simplifying his life has become important to Elwood.
Well, I'm not sure I want too much more of your time, Elwood. I've kind of gotten used to having my time to myself. I've been continuing to work on my exotic cultivars, right?
Your exotic what?
Plants. She keeps a lot of plants.
It's quite interesting, actually. I find exotic plants from different parts of the world and establish them in my greenhouse. I do have a lot of exciting cultivars in there, and I get so much satisfaction out of making something grow outside of its natural habitat.
Anything good recently?
Why, yes. I've recently been working on a cultivar from Southeast Asia called a pong tree. It's quite hard to grow here since it prefers a saltwater marsh.
She really does enjoy growing plants from all over the world in her little greenhouse in Wisconsin, but Eleanor may have said too much here. As she knows, the pong tree is also known as a suicide tree because of the effects of the berry when it's dried just right.
Anyway, all that takes too much of my time to have Elwood puttering around all day, so I'm not in any hurry to retire.
Oh, Florida is beautiful, Elwood. Would they let you call in for work? Eleanor, your kids are not far from college age. Maybe you two could go down there sooner than retirement? Think about it. You could be by the pool, Elwood flying back here once a month or so, just to keep everything running. What do you think, honey? Is it too soon to think about retiring in Florida?
Lewis, having realized that he has slept with fully 60% of the attendees of this party, has been quietly downing multiple glasses of wine. Even though he knew who was coming to this party, and even though he knows his recent not ended affair with Stephen might complicate the evening, he generally thinks a good tater tot casserole can solve nearly anything. It's beginning to occur to him that he might be wrong.
What? Yeah. Florida is great. Hey, why don't we eat? This tater tot hot dish is calling my name. Anyone else hungry?
Great idea. Eleanor made this spicy experimental casserole that I, for one, am eager to get my fork into.
Oh, I wouldn't call it experimental, but you should all try it. I can't wait to dig into this Jell-O salad you boys brought.
That would be Marcus's Jell-O salad. I had nothing to do with it.
They fill up their plates, dutifully trying everything. Lewis is noticeably drunk, And as good Midwesterners will do, they all pretend he isn't teetering and slurring his words.
This looks great. Honey, you outdid yourself.
Thankfully, only Lewis notices that in addition to Maria, both Stephen and Eleanor glance at him and smile at his compliment. In response, he stumbles, dropping a full plate of tater tot casserole, enchiladas, and jello salad down the front of his favorite Hawaiian shirt. The color and texture combination do what they do to a stomach empty of anything but red wine. And Lewis's red wine-hued vomit follows the plate of food down his chin, chest, and stomach.
I'm gonna be sick.
Not here, damn it. Hold it in.
You poor thing. I'll get you something.
Lewis, buddy, you okay? Need a tissue?
Ay, Dios mío, Lou, what the hell have you done?
At that moment, Eleanor dashes to the kitchen and back, a cup of tea in her hands and a triumphant smile on her face. She has worked out the logistics of this act and is ready to put it all into action. Such a simple solution, so elegant. She brings the steaming cup to Lewis.
Here, take this tea. It will settle your stomach. Drink it slow, that's it. Oh, you'll feel better in no time. Maria, you were probably right. The enchiladas were just too spicy. I'm so sorry, my friend.
Maybe we should call it quits, everyone. I'll clean up the dishes and get you back your casserole bowls tomorrow. Is that okay?
The guests all murmur that it's fine, each of them separately grateful to escape the tension that's been building since they arrived. There's more going on under the surface than is appropriate for a Wisconsin weekend potluck. Grabbing jackets, after all, it's April, but it's still Wisconsin, they say their goodbyes and head out. Maria waves to them, then closes the door and turns back to see Lewis passed out on the couch, vomit and casserole caked on the front of his shirt. That damn shirt. 2 days later, Lewis dies in the hospital from an apparent heart attack. In review of the autopsy reports following Mr. Adams' heart attack, it's possible that the poison from a pong-pong or suicide tree was the cause.
A modest suburban home. Doug enters the kitchen carrying bags of groceries. He piles everything on the counter wearily and starts putting things away.
$9.80 for that ham, honey. It's not good for us either. I know you love it, but I'm thinking you should be eating more vegetables. Jane? What, you still mad at me? I'm sorry I said that. You were just pushing me so hard about the Denmans.
Doug walks into the living room and sees Jean lying on her back on the floor with a knife in her chest.
My God, Jane!
Doug reaches down to take her pulse. Jerry enters and interrupts him.
She's dead. I killed her. Oh my God.
You did what?
I stabbed Mommy.
Jerry,
Oh, Jesus, God, I didn't mean it. I swear, Daddy, I didn't mean it. She just went after me. You know how she goes after me. She went after me so bad about the car.
The car.
I messed up her car. I backed it up into a Poland House parking lot and she went berserk on me. You know how she goes berserk.
I have to call the police.
No, Dad, no, you can't. You can't call. What good'll it do now? Mommy's gone.
I have to sit down. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Sit down over here. Don't look at her.
Doug sits, Jerry paces.
Oh God, my Jeannie, my poor Jeannie.
You can't do that, Dad. You can't think like that. You got to stay calm. We gotta figure out what to do. You gotta help me, Daddy. You gotta save me.
I can't think. I can't breathe.
We have to get rid of her.
No.
I mean the body. It's not really Mommy anymore.
Can't. Oh God, it's all my fault.
Your fault.
We fought on the phone. I told her to drop dead.
You told Mom to drop dead? Whoa.
I know. First, she insisted on a ham, a $60 ham, and then she jumped all over me about the Denman thing, called me a coward and a pushover. So I said it, and now it's come true.
Jesus. Maybe that's why she went so completely nuts on me.
What happened? How could you stab your mother?
I didn't mean it. She grabbed the knife first and I ran in here and then she lunged at me and I tried to get the knife away from her and in the struggle I ended up stabbing her. But I didn't mean it.
God, if only I'd just bought the damned ham and shut up.
Dad, we've got to dispose of her.
People will find out.
Nobody will miss her. Except us, of course.
The neighbors.
Are you kidding? She poured boiling water on the DeLuca's peach tree. She called the police on old Fred Ober for letting his dog take a crapping on lawn. And now the Denmans remodeling the property line.
I didn't say they like her, but they'll notice she's gone.
Just say you got a divorce and she's gone. We'll congratulate you.
Well, it's just wrong, Jerry.
You're gonna turn on me? I'm the only one you have now, Dad. This is it. Us. You can't turn your own son into the police, can you? They'll lock me up, Daddy. And I couldn't take it, you know. I'd die in there.
I can't think straight. Oh, Jamie, forgive me.
I'll do the thinking, Daddy. Just let me do the thinking. We'll take her out to South Mountain Reservation. Out to the woods. No, to the lake. We'll put her in the lake.
She hates that place. No, he capsized the canoe there once. She would never go back.
Dad, it's her body, not her. It's got to go away. We need something to weigh her down. Weights, some kind of weight. Oh God, where are we gonna get big rocks? I'm freaking out here, Daddy.
Rocks? My mom has weights in the garage from that aerobics class she took.
Good thinking. That's perfect. Mom's aerobic weights in the pocket of her overcoat. We wait until night, like 3 a.m. Nobody around. We carry her out to the car.
Someone will find out.
Who? You guys don't have any friends.
The Nortons.
Who you see maybe once every year. I mean, just tell them she passed.
Work people?
She pissed all of them off ages ago. Why do you think she had to quit? I mean, her temper.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Bodies float. I don't know if the weights would do it.
What else could we wear her down with?
I don't know. That ham weighs quite a bit. What are you doing?
Looking out how much weight it takes for a body to sink.
Stop! They could seize your phone. Don't look anything up and leave it here when we take her. Oh, God. No, I can't do it.
You're going to help me, aren't you, Dad?
I don't know, kid.
Dad, don't let me down, huh? I'm your only kid.
I don't care what happens to me anymore.
But what about me, Dad? Don't you care what happens to me? Don't you?
I do, but
The doorbell rings.
Oh, shit.
what do we do?
It's Mrs. Denman. Answer the door. Get rid of her, but act normal. Can you act normal?
I don't know.
You got to. Our lives depend on it.
Doug opens the door a sliver.
Oh, hi, Doug. How are you? You look funny.
I feel a little funny. Sick, maybe.
Well, I won't take up too much of your time. Is Jean home?
Yes. No, she's not here.
That's just as well.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's about the remodel. Jean has seen fit to hold up the whole process over 6 inches of property. You're aware of that?
Yes, she told me about that.
I have spoken with a lawyer, but I wanted to give you one last chance to change your mind before we got entangled with the law.
Oh, I see. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't think Jean cares much now about the property.
I'm glad she came to her senses.
Inside the house, there are murmurings.
Go ahead, Mrs. Denman. You start your remodel.
Well, aren't you a doll? Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. Give my thanks to Jean.
Doug shuts the door and returns to the living room.
What the hell was that? I told her Mom wasn't home.
I was talking to her, crying. I was telling her I loved her.
Poor kid.
Look, Dad, she'd want you to help me, you know? She wouldn't want me in prison, would she?
No.
She wouldn't want me to suffer.
No.
So just promise, right here, right now, that you and I will take Mom to the lake tonight. Promise.
Jerry,
Promise, Dad, for Mom's sake.
all right.
Say it out loud. I promise
I promise
to take Mom's body.
to take Mom's Oh, Jerry, why?
Just commit to the lake at South Mountain
The lake at South Mountain
and fill her pockets with aerobic weights and ham
and fill her pockets with aerobic weights and ham
and put her to rest in the water.
and put her to rest in the water.
I'll win $50, Ma. Cough it up if you're not too dead.
Jean opens her eyes and sits up.
Jean, my God, what is going on?
Oh, I haven't even begun with you, mister. Jerry, take this knife out.
Wait, be careful.
Jesus, Dad, it's the oldest trick in the book. Put a bar of soap under your shirt and stab the knife in, then dribble with ketchup.
Why? Why would you trick me like this?
You wanted me dead.
Oh, I didn't mean it, sweetie.
Oh, don't sweetie me. You just undid months of work with that Denman woman.
I thought you were...
Mom bet you'd call the police like a good Boy Scout. I bet I could get you to dump the body.
Nice to know my husband is willing to toss my body in that nasty lake, weighed down with aerobic weights and ham. I won't forget that anytime soon.
Gee, honey, I'm just so relieved you're okay.
I'll save your tears for later. You're going to need them. Now you go over to the Denmans and tell her in no uncertain terms that we do not agree to her remodel and we welcome a lawsuit. We relish a lawsuit.
Oh, Jean.
Go.
Doug exits.
Hilarious, wasn't it? Wasn't that good?
You were pretty good. That sure got him back for that nasty thing he said.
I almost lost it when he suggested weighing you down with the ham.
It's a bit unnerving that he would dump me like that.
$50.
Oh, that 50 goes to the cost of fixing my car.
That's not fair. That wasn't the deal.
It's high time you got out of this house and got a job.
You promised me. I won. Fair and square.
You may be good at hoodwinking your father, but how's that going to translate to your future, huh?
Just fork it over.
Oh, you are bleeding us dry. This is the last money I give you until you get some sort of work. You understand me?
Whatever.
Oh, whatever, nothing. I mean business. Was it really necessary to go on about my temper and all that nonsense?
It had to be believable, that I could do such a thing.
Oh, I think you're fully capable.
Shit, yeah, why not? Now that I know Dad'll help me get rid of you.
Nice family I've got here. Well, I should get that ham in the oven.
Jerry goes to the window.
Hey, Mom, look. Dad's out there yucking it up with Mrs. D.
Jean hurries to the window.
Oh my God.
He's probably offering to help with the remodel.
Oh, that man. I'll kill him.
Security guard's office, an alleyway with a dumpster. Affluent neighborhood, the most humid day of the summer. Mr. watches security cam footage, eyes glazed over, scratching himself vigorously. Buddy sits nearby, fanning himself with a paperback book and clearly blazed out of his mind.
I hate summer.
Why?
All the bugs! My stupid brother knocked out the window screen and has been too lazy to fix it. But of course, he opens the window all the time because it's hot. All the mosquitoes come into our house and flutter over my head like angels of death. They bite me in my sleep.
Mister, I love the way you talk. I'm very sorry you live in a bug-infested one-bedroom apartment with your unemployed brother, but you sure can tell a story.
Well, thank you, buddy.
You still dealing with ants, too?
Yeah, I discovered an ant's nest with eggs under my CD player. Something about them enjoying the warmth of electronics, I guess. I moved the CD player out of the way and I stepped on them, made sure they were paste.
So I guess those liquid ant bait traps didn't work?
Not really, no.
What are you going to do?
Kill myself.
No, don't say that. You're just saying that.
Sure.
But for real, there are many things you could do. You could install the window screen yourself.
My brother broke it. He should be the one that fixes it. Just like I broke the table in two, I fixed the table.
You could purchase one of those ant gels that come in a tube. You can squeeze it directly onto the walls and into cracks. You don't have to pour it on a flat surface like you do with the ant bait, the liquid bait.
Maybe.
Maybe you should get yourself together and not try and get free therapy from your 20-something coworker. I'm just kidding. You're like the depressed father figure I never had. You're great.
I'm so tired. You know what I'll do? Report you to management for being high on the job.
If I get fired, they're going to replace me with someone who's just as much of a stick in the mud as you. Do you think you could handle that?
Maybe not.
I don't really need my wits about me anyways. Nothing really happens at Wisteria Plaza. All we're here to do is make sure visibly poor people don't hang around too close to the shops. Real noble fucking work. You should get high on the job too. Trust me.
My body runs warm naturally. So in the summer, my state of being feels like it's wrapped in a damp, stifling blanket. I don't think any drug could help alleviate that.
I actually love summer. Summer's like a hug for me. I want to get out of here, move to a tropical area.
Do you hate it here?
This city's cold. I'm not just talking about temperature. Though I guess summers have gotten hotter over the years. This city is like a smile that doesn't reach the eyes. It gets lonely.
You're always talking about hanging out with someone or another.
No, the people I spend time with. It's familiarity that's keeping us together, man. That has its limits. Are you lonely?
That's why I don't like it when you get high at work. You ask me silly questions.
I bet you secretly love it when I do, though. That's why you don't report me. Who else will ask you these kinds of questions? Your brother?
Mr. sighs and rummages through his pockets, handing Buddy a wad of cash.
And I bet you're hungry. Run off and get me some gyoza and a can of Coke from Sunny Teriyaki. There should be enough there for you to buy yourself something to eat too, if you want.
Oh, sweet. You're the best.
Buddy exits. Mr. sits in silence for a moment, then he unbuttons his security guard uniform, exposing his bare chest. He takes the paperback that Buddy was using to fan himself and starts fanning himself. He's hyperventilating. A faint buzzing sound snaps Mr. out of his moment. He notices a mosquito on the wall. He hurls the paperback across the room. It kills the mosquito instantly. Meanwhile, Deacon and Gal approach the dumpster.
The retail associates have been infiltrating the dumpster diving Facebook groups. You heard? They've been trying to track our routes and movements.
That's why I deleted my account.
You sure this place is safe?
I'd say so. I used to work at that co-op. This neighborhood near Wisteria Plaza is pretty tucked away from the rest of the city. Lots of rich old people who simultaneously don't give a shit and give too much of a shit at the same time. Utterly dead at night. There are security guards, but they're pretty incompetent. One's always crying and one's always stoned. It's a travesty how much high-quality organic produce they throw away here. You can get the best tomato you'll ever have in your life from this very dumpster. I'm telling you.
Why'd you quit?
Well, I got fired, actually. I got caught taking shit from the dumpsters after hours by a manager, and I got let go for liability issues. What, they think giving the employees one free sandwich was enough? They want a damn prize or something? All this damn food is going to waste. You gotta put it to use.
So, this is a bit of a revenge mission for you.
If you want to call it that. Also, a mission for pan con tomate for lunch tomorrow.
Chili for me.
Okay, old timer. What are we waiting for?
Deacon and Gal get to work rummaging through the trash and putting things into bags. Mr. stops crying long enough to notice something on the security cam footage. He buttons himself up, grabs a flashlight, and hurries over to confront Deacon and Gal, shining the light into their faces.
Hey, what's going on here?
Shit, is it the cops?
Don't worry, it's the crier.
I heard that. I'm actually very strong.
I didn't. That's not what I. You know what? Never mind.
You think I don't recognize you, young lady? You're the co-op employee who got fired recently for stealing.
Come on.
Hey, man, you know dumpster diving is technically legal in this state, right?
Not if it's private property. And it's not necessarily the dumpster diving that's the problem. You're loitering and you're making a mess. Please leave the premises.
Private property, my ass.
Okay, settle down, gal. Let me try and proselytize. Listen, you ever hear of freeganism? We believe in limited participation in the conventional economy.
I always thought freegan was kind of an ugly sounding word. Brings to mind upper middle class white hippies.
You're not helping the cause here.
Come on, Deacon. This is not hate Ashbury in the 90s anymore. The reason why I asked you to dumpster dive with me here in the first place is because you look like someone who'd live here in this neighborhood. Your government name is literally Terrence. If me and my friends get caught dumpster diving, we'd be considered criminals first, freegans second.
Oh, so you didn't ask me to join you because I'm wonderful and charming and good looking for my age?
Here's some proselytizing for you, Mr. Sadman. I'm just lightening the load. Up to 40% of the food supply turns into waste. Isn't that what's criminal? I'm just trying to fight against excessive consumption in the best way I know how, scavenging and sharing resources. If that makes me a thief, so be it.
Don't make my job harder than it already is.
Why don't you quit if it's so hard?
Bills to pay, pests to control.
Mr. approaches Gal and Deacon. Gal and Deacon recoil, a menacing air. Buddy saunters in, takeout in hand.
I know how you feel, man. Sometimes I dick wave at work to make up for lack of control at home, too. I'm so excited for this teriyaki, though. You have no idea. Oh, here's your gyoza and Coke. Hey, Gal.
Hey.
You guys know each other?
This alleyway was a good place for the employees of the various shops to have their smoke breaks, so I got to know a few of them here, Gal included. She shared her dumpster cookies with me.
She did what now?
And you never got sick.
Guess not.
Suddenly, police sirens are heard.
Oh, shit, we're in trouble.
Boost me.
Be normal, buddy.
I'll try.
Yeah, we got a noise complaint from a nearby resident. What's going on?
Oh, good evening, officer. We're the night shift security guards for Wisteria Plaza. It was probably some neighborhood teens passing by. We just patrolled the area, and I think the coast is clear.
You think?
Also, I have food poisoning, so I was probably farting and burping and stuff.
Buddy farts emphatically.
You guys don't seem very good at your job.
I'm actually very strong.
Hey, what was that?
He said, have a good night. Well, that was uncalled for.
What an asshole. If anything, you guys securely guarded us from the police, so you did your jobs well, in a way. Also, what in the world? You lifted my 200-pound ass like it was nothing.
Mr. looks at his hands like he is looking at his hands for the first time.
Feels good to be pests together, doesn't it? Tomato?
It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I went across the river and I lay down to sleep. Went across the river and I lay down to sleep. I went across the river and I lay down to sleep. When I woke up, I had shackles on my feet.
April 1994. Tim stands in a suit before the honorable judge who's reading over a document.
Now, Mr. Muchante,
It's
I'll let you know when you can speak,
I'm sorry, sir.
Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Timothy
Just Tim is fine, Your Honor.
That's twice now.
Won't happen again, Your Honor.
Now, I understand that you were due for some sentencing by your trial judge today, but Judge Crimble has a stomach bug. I am asking.
Oh, yes. To the best of my knowledge, that is what happened, Your Honor.
Very well. Now, if I'm going to sentence you, I need to get the facts straight here. This case is a little convoluted. I understand that there were chickens involved.
They were meant to be.
And it started with computers.
Yes, Your Honor.
And there's a middle step here. Is this a mistake?
No, Your Honor. I believe that you are reading that correctly.
Contraceptives.
Condoms, Your Honor.
This is where you lose me. You defrauded individuals for more than $1 million with
computers, condoms, and chickens. Yes, Your Honor. The triple C, if you will.
You seem to be particularly forthcoming here. Are you lying to me?
No, Your Honor.
Then why are you spilling your guts, as it were?
Oh, my counsel and I are hoping that my honesty will inspire leniency, Your Honor. I am remorseful.
Are you sure? You sound a little proud.
Oh, no, Your Honor. My clever misdeeds have brought me nothing but shame.
Okay, Mr. Tim, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued. You're going to have to walk me through this, though. Triple C plan.
Gladly, Your Honor. Do you know anything about the Australian bond system?
Do I look like I know anything about the Australian bond system?
I would have guessed you'd spent some time day and end.
I haven't.
Very well. Yes, Your Honor, you have that in common with the defendant, Mr. Mack.
He is not familiar with the Australian bond system.
I'm afraid not.
I see. Continue.
Well, I told Mr. Mack that I had a wonderful business investment for him. I told him that there was a specific type of Australian bond that had a guaranteed yield of 17.9%, tax-free.
I'm skeptical of that.
So was he. So I sweetened the deal. I told him that this bond was so surefire that the bond came with prepaid interest.
That is enticing.
He thought so too. So he gave me $1.6 million to buy the bond.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
But there was no bond.
There wasn't.
But how did you get it into the prepaid interest?
Well, I just took it out of the 1.6 million, now down to 1.5.
And the subsequent payments?
Well, also from the initial investment, now down to 1.4.
And you never asked to actually see the bond?
Well, he eventually did.
Well, what'd you do then?
Well, that brings us to our first C.
Computer.
Now, apparently Australian bonds are printed on really cheap paper, thin stuff, so they almost feel fake, but they're as good as gold.
Is that true?
Oh, beats me, but that's what I told Mac.
And he bought it?
Literally.
What happened when he tried to deposit the bond?
Apparently the bank didn't know anything about Australian bonds either.
Fine. That was pretty straightforward.
But that was only the first C, Your Honor. There are 2 more to come.
Fine. Now, you have roughly 1.6 million.
1.4.
Sorry, $1.4 million of Mr. Mack's money. What comes next?
Well, Mac was so impressed with me that he made me his general counsel.
You're a lawyer?
Was a lawyer, unless you rule otherwise.
No, you're certainly disbarred.
All right, I was a lawyer, now tasked with finding yet another investment for Mr. Mack.
Since you've done such a good job with the first one.
That's right. Now, Your Honor, have you ever spent any time in the Soviet Union?
It's Russia now.
It was the Soviet Union then.
Well, I guess I missed my shot.
Did you know that they have sex over there?
I had my suspicions.
Well, they want to have safe sex over there, which brings us to our second C.
Condoms.
Yeah, have you spent any time in England?
Which part?
London.
I haven't.
Well, there's a lovely little factory over there called the London Rubber Factory, and I told Mr. Mack and his investors that for a marginal amount, we could trade these British condoms to the Soviet Union.
Trade, not sell.
Yes, well, the Soviet Union was not very liquid at that time, so we were to barter.
Barter for what?
Can you guess?
The final C. Chicken.
Chickens.
But what were you to do with these chickens?
Oh, I was going to sell them to Saudi Arabia.
How much?
3 million.
And how much was their initial investment?
75,000.
But you didn't invest it.
No, Your Honor.
You just kept it.
Yes, Your Honor.
I see. But that leads us to our next question.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you get here?
Oh, the bank, Your Honor.
Bank?
They learned about the Australian bonds.
I see.
And then Mr. Mack learned about the condoms.
I see.
And in turn about the chickens.
That's all the C's.
All C's accounted for.
Very well. I think that's all I need to make my ruling. I have to say, this will certainly be the most interesting case that comes across my desk today. Very entertaining. You have a knack for storytelling, Mr. Tim.
Am I free to go then, Your Honor?
Oh, no. You're going to federal prison for almost 6 years.
Wow. Hope no one finds out about any of my other fraud in that time, extending my stay.
What was that?
Nothing.
Now, Tim, what are you going to do once you're out?
I'm thinking about getting into media and politics.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, maybe I'll produce some failed movies, write some empty news articles. I don't know, get into theater.
Theater?
Yeah, maybe I'll commission a play.
What's your play going to be about?
It's going to involve getting in and out of a lot of cars and Tucker Carlson and be for a target audience of political junkies between the ages of 30 and 65.
Awfully specific.
I think ahead.
Now, Tim.
Your Honor?
Are you going to pay this person commission after your bad theater company fails?
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, you scamp.
That's me.
Court is adjourned. Bailiff, take him away.
Unfortunately, with Super Dude's help, there were 0 casualties. And now
Hey,
it's 4 p.m. sports.
Are you a superhero? Me, a super. Why would you even think that? What? No, I've never seen you and Super Dude in the same place. Never seen you and Joe Biden in the same room. Does that mean you Joe Biden? No. Defensive much? I didn't mean anything by it. Defensive. This is ridiculous. You're just being ridiculous. I mean, you gotta admit, you two, you look alike. We do not look alike. I mean, I wear glasses and he doesn't wear glasses. Yeah, you wear glasses. Those don't come off. Yeah, you're totally off the hook. You're right. Dude, I'd tell you if I was Super Dude. Okay. I'll drop it. Jeez.
This just in. The aliens have returned. And Super Dude is nowhere to be seen. Oh my gosh, the devastation. Oh, it's devastating devastation. Oh, it's everywhere. Super Dude, where are you? Where are you, Super Dude? Super Dude, where? We need you.
You need to go.
Dude.
I gotta go.
Super Dude. Oh man, Super Dude. We need you, Super Dude. Oh geez, Super Dude. Ah.
A tense standoff between officers Driscoll and Panabaker in the precinct HQ and the bus 8 inside of a bank. The 8 has taken over the lobby of a BECU and is holding the tellers hostage until its demands are met. We are still in the early stages of negotiation. Pennebaker paces in the background while Driscoll nervously types on a computer. He has a telephone handset cradled between his shoulder and his ear, and he's talking to the bus on the other end of the line.
I'm pulling up the schedule right now, okay? Don't hit anyone else, okay? I'm seeing you. I see you're routed every 12 minutes during the morning rush.
Allegedly.
And every 15 minutes until the evening rush hour. Is that right?
That's supposed to be right, but it's not.
So you're claiming the schedule is...
I swear I will kill one of these motherfuckers.
Do not.
No. You don't have to hurt anyone. I just want to understand, okay?
I just need someone to fix me. What don't you understand?
I'm looking at the schedule and
Look at the app.
What did he say?
I'll put you on speaker, okay? Then we can all hear each other. Is that okay?
Driscoll presses the speaker button. The bus's voice rings throughout the room.
Fine, put me on speaker. What did the other pig say?
Don't have to call me. I told Driscoll to check out the app.
The app won't help. The app lies.
What app are we talking about?
Give me your phone.
Driscoll tries to pass him the handset he was using, and Pennebaker slaps at it.
Your iPhone, stupid. Talk to the bus. I'll download the app. What's your password?
Forget the fucking app.
It lies.
I don't understand what we're talking about right now.
I need you to fucking fix me is what we're talking about right now. I need you or someone or anyone to fix me, or I will shoot every single banker in this building.
It's only the Capitol Hill branch.
And?
There's what? 2 tellers?
And 3 customers and a security guard.
We're not measuring the cost of human lives here, Pennebaker. We're trying to get this bus what it wants.
I don't know how we're going to do that.
Don't say that when the bus can hear you.
I can hear both of you. I can put my phone on speaker too, huh? The tellers can all hear the dipshits trying to save their lives.
You don't have to do that. Why don't we talk about getting you fixed? You really want that, don't you?
I really want you to take this seriously, Officer Butternuts.
My name is Driscoll.
Officer Berry Butts.
Okay, listen, I am taking this seriously. I believe that you have hostages in the bank. I believe you're capable of hurting them, but I also believe you don't want to do that.
I just said I was going to.
You said you would unless we fix you. We want to fix you, 8 bus.
Fix that engine right out of you.
Shut up, please.
He's right. They're gonna take me apart.
I won't let them do that.
They're gonna reroute me. They already did. I can't go down Madison for the next 6 months, and it's been 6 already. They're gonna decide my stops aren't important and incorporate them into the 11. Oh God, they're gonna butcher me and put my wheels on a dirty old 2 going downtown.
They won't do that, 8.
How do you know?
Well, Pennebaker, can you get someone? Can you get someone from the transit authority or something? Anyone?
Oh, am I too much for the little bitty piggy to handle?
Look, you piece of shit, horse-drawn carriage. I have tried. I've tried to be patient with you, but there is no fixing you.
A gunshot. The muffled screams of tellers from the bus's line.
What was that?
I knew it. I knew you weren't taking this seriously. And now look, some guy has a hole in his foot because you think I'm too busted to fix.
Just shoot someone? Pennebaker, get me eyes on the scene. Where are the EMTs? Can you just confirm or deny for me? Did you shoot someone?
I can neither confirm nor deny, Officer Bubblebutt.
My name is Driscoll. God damn it!
Officer Pisspole, listen very carefully to me. I have no problem shooting more of these tellers. Human lives mean nothing to me. Are you listening? I am the 8 fucking bus route. I want you to fix me so I run on time. I want you to fix me so there's no more ghost buses in the app. I want you to fix me, or so help me, I will
Hannah Baker re-enters with bus driver. She's wearing a King County Metro uniform and comfortable shoes. She hurries to the computer where Driscoll is sitting.
What the hell is this? Hannah Baker?
She was in the lobby. I don't know. I went down to ask about EMTs and she just said, "Are you talking to the bus?" and followed me here.
And you let her?
Boys, please. Is this the 8? Am I talking to the 8 right now?
Who is this?
I'm an operator.
What route?
I drive the 49 during the week and the 48 on weekends.
You're the one who's gonna strip me for parts.
No, honey, I don't go near those engines. I just drive my coach and move my people. Can you tell me what's going on?
The 2 dipshits in the room with you are trying to save some lives, but they're going to fail.
Oh, what's going on with you, honey? Why are you in the... Where are you?
Capitol Hill BECU branch.
Can you put some respect in your voice, please?
Yes, ma'am.
And why are you in the Capitol Hill BECU branch?
I am going to kill all the tellers unless someone fixes me.
Uh-huh. Can you please take us off speaker for a second?
Driscoll presses the speaker button.
How many people are in the bank?
6, we think.
Okay.
Where the hell are you going?
I'm not going to make myself responsible for the loss of 6 lives here, officer.
Why did you come in if you weren't going to help?
I did not realize what its demands were. Frankly, if you think you can fix the 8, you're as crazy as it is.
Get her out of here. We don't have time for this.
Don't let her leave.
It wants to talk to you.
Hell no.
Ma'am, you are the only option at this point.
That's not my problem.
I need to talk to her.
Please, ma'am.
Please.
Bus driver returns to the computer.
I'm here, 8.
Can you help me?
Can I help fix you?
Yeah.
I just drive the bus.
What would it take?
What?
What would it actually take to fix me?
Well, it would take a lot, I think. We'd need to hire more operators, be sure there's a lot of coverage so people don't miss out when one bus driver is sick, and more training so the routes don't get messed up. We'd have to pay the operators more too and make it so they want to come to work. It's not like I don't enjoy driving my people around, but sometimes it's not worth the money. The guy who's yelling at you because he got on the wrong bus, or the guy who won't get off the back door no matter who's trying to get on. We need more riders to prove to the Department of Transportation that it's worth the money they need to spend. Plus, more riders would make the traffic better. And honey, you need to let those hostages go.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay? It said okay.
You said you're gonna let all of them go, right? Put your gun down?
It's down.
Fuck. Thank you.
Why don't you come down to the transit center and we'll talk about this?
Can't do that. I committed a crime.
You're gonna arrest a city bus?
Impound.
Do you know how much one of them coaches costs? You must be Bill Gates if you think you're gonna seize one of our buses over something silly like this.
It shot a man in the foot.
Less lethal, I guess.
That's not fair. I'm a police officer.
And I'm a bus driver. Are we done here?
I'm going back to the transit center.
I'm driving the 48 today. I'll meet you there.
The bus driver pushes past the officers and exits. Still a bit stunned, Driscoll hangs up the phone.
Now that is how you negotiate a hostage situation.
When your hands start cramping, you've done a good day's work. When the letters on your keys are blurry and your knees hurt. you gonna do when the Red Bull is drinking you? You're thinking about your bed, but the proof is in your head. You've got to write it down, write it down.